Matt, the man convicted of murdering an Austin woman is fighting for his innocence more than 30 years later. Today, a Travis County court heard from new witnesses in the murder of Anita Byington. KVUE's Malia Masamoto joins us here in the studio. Malia, what did Byington's family have to say?
Well, Brian and Ashley, they're pretty emotional today about this post-trial hearing for Andre Causey. They say it's a lot to process even 30 years later. More than 30 years after the murder of an Austin woman, her family is reliving a tragedy they thought they'd never confront again.
In the past year, with all of this coming back, it's almost like it just happened again. It's like it happened this year.
Andre Causey spent 30 years in prison for the murder of 21-year-old Anita Byington back in 1991. In 2022, he got out on parole and has been fighting for his innocence ever since, arguing he was coerced by investigators to confess.
Mr. Causey spent 30 years in prison for a murder and a crime he did not commit.
The Innocence Project of Texas is bringing DNA forensic experts to testify about how some forensics methods have changed since the initial trial. Friday, they also brought in 2 witnesses who could implicate an alternate suspect in the murder.
Nothing we are doing is intended to diminish the pain that we know that they are experiencing, but we all have a collective obligation to pursue the truth.
But Christina Byington, Anita's cousin, says all the evidence pointing to Causey they heard during the first trial in the 90s is being left out now.
It's a very one-sided, all these hearings are going to be very one-sided.
She hopes this makes it to the Court of Criminal Appeals. But no decision can take away her family's grief.
She was the closest thing to a sister I ever had. And I've missed her. This whole time I've missed her a lot.
And no justice system can bring back her cousin. In Austin, Malia Masamoto, KVUE News.